Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Naomi and this is
Girl Tara.
yeah. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today we have a very special topic. You know, this topic is one of those things that the people that it affects might not even know that this topic is about them. It's not like we're trying to shade
I want to say
anybody.
we're about to shake the table. We want to shake the table.
But I mean, it's something that we feel, it should be talked about, and that is
Entitlement mentality.
yes, the
Breaking the
entitlement.
chains of entitlement mentality.
Wait, you feel that after today's,
Mm.
this discussion we're having, do you think if anybody with that mentality is watching, I do think it will touch them and they'll be like, oh, I need to
So
stop this.
one thing about this entitlement mentality is the fact that I might even subconsciously have it, and I won't even know. It's not like we know what it means, but sometimes we subconsciously act that towards people around us, especially, oh, you're my friend. I feel like because you're my friend now, if I want something or if I call you, you must speak. Whatever you're doing, leave and pick.
This one, she's a bookie, like her head
That's
is
Woki
full,
banana.
So she's going to give us the definition of entitlement, like the entitlement mentality. What does it mean?
Okay, so in my opinion, I think entitlement is a psychological behavior or an attitude whereby one feels privileged or expects special treatment from another person that you've not even aimed or you've not worked for. Yeah, so I think
So simply put, it's just wanting something that you've not worked or earned, like you feeling like you deserve what you haven't earned.
perfect.
Okay,
That's basically what it means.
Okay, so yeah, lecture us.
Anyway, anyway, so in my opinion, being entitled has a lot of disadvantages. One of which is unrealistic expectations. You just feel very entitled to things that are not yours. You expect that, like
So
I
wait,
used to,
this unrealistic expectations you're talking about, is it like what disadvantages of having the
yeah,
old? So
that's
is there like an advantage of being
I'm sorry, there's no advantage.
and to have the old
Like,
entitled
I'm sorry, but
mentality?
why are you attacking? Why are you after my life?
No, because I don't want someone to see that I'm like, okay,
Okay,
so
let's
there's
wait
an
for the
advantage, like I don't think there's any advantage to
at
having an
all, at
entitlement
all, at all, at
mentality.
all,
Like
at all.
I don't feel anything good comes out from it.
Nothing.
Nothing,
You
right?
just end up hurting yourself and hurting your loved ones and
Exactly.
creating that bridge or gap between yourself and your loved ones because that attitude is really exhausting.
It is.
So when you have an unrealistic expectation, right, you just believe that, oh, you've not worked for anything, but you just expect that, this person is my friend, this person is my sister, this person is my family member. Anything I ask from them, they should be able to give it to me. I deserve it. You deserve nothing, my sister.
But wait, at the same time, you think this is also something that starts from a tender age? Like, do you think it also has to do with the way people train their children?
It's from the way you bring your children up. Because whatever they want, you give to them. Now, we're not saying you shouldn't give your kids everything, but make sure as you give it to them, you make them know that you, on the long run, you should be able to work hard for things you earn. You don't just feel because I can afford it and you ask for it, I'll just give it to you on a platter of gold. At this point, because you don't have that capacity to work for it, I'm your parent, I'm responsible for you, I'm going to give it to you. But know that in life, whatever you get, nothing good comes easy. You must work hard for it. If it's even make them do little things or do things to reward them with things, right? Like you tell them that, oh, if you read this particular page or if you do this thing, I'm going to reward you with chocolate or I'm going to give you something. In their head, they know that they have to work to some certain extent to get something and not just well, whether I work or not.
What if my father is like down with them?
Go and
And I
see,
don't want.
don't go see DJ Copy. She's working. They're all working, even though they know that if they don't even go out to do anything, they'll still be earning. But they are working. Their dad is a businessman. I know. I'm very sure that he will now give them that, or he's going to make them have that mentality of you have to work to get to earn something, even though I can give it to you. But be responsible enough. I think that's just responsibility. Be responsible enough to work for something good so you can earn it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
I
It
think
should
it
make
makes
sense to me
sense.
too.
So
Okay.
another one is stagnation. Yeah, right. In the sense that if you have an entitlement mentality, I bet you're going to be stagnant. Let me give you an example. It's more like I want to start up a business and I have this rich parent. Oh my goodness, bless me, Jesus. And I went and sorry, and I go to meet my mom or my dad. I'm like, oh dad, I want to start this business. Um, I need 50 M. And my dad is like, because he
Calling
knows
in
the
the
I
millions.
know because, because of course he knows how hard money comes by and he wants me to be responsible. And I now go, dad, I need 50 M. And you're like, no, I can't give 50 M. Start with 10 M. And I'm like, no, I'm not starting with 10 M. It has to be 50 M. Or leave the big money itself. It's more like when people say, I started with a cup of rice and now I have a rice factory. I mean, it's been over exaggerated, but sometimes if you wait for people to give you something, you will not
Yeah.
even go further in life.
Yeah.
I, for one, now, I make tiger nut milk. I didn't I'm sitting to say, oh, I need somebody that will buy me machine, buy me. I wouldn't have started at all. But I had to start from the scratch, like
Yeah.
gradually and
Little by little by little.
started from the bottom. And now we're here.
Yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah,
we've not
yeah,
gotten
yeah,
to where we
yeah.
want to get to, but
Yeah, but we're getting
we are
there.
getting there. So I just know that I'm responsible for myself. I've always had that mentality. I'm responsible for myself. My parents self, they're not responsible for me. If it's not necessary, when I was even in school, if it's not necessary, if it's not choking me, I can't even call. Because in my head, I mean, I'll get to a point where I don't have to be calling these people again. So I have to take responsibility.
And I think that thing has to, if we really want to dive deep into it, I think it also has to do with this our African mentality, this Niger mentality that
Uh,
they'll say, okay, like in the Western world now, when a child is like 18,
yeah.
they know that okay, oh, they have to move out of their parents' home, they have to,
Wow.
start to work to, but that's because that is actually a what's the word? It's a
Enrichment help.
system that works.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So in Nigeria, you won't really blame.
I
In
think
fact,
that
the
is
whole
even that's the more reason why it should work in Nigeria is because the system in Nigeria doesn't even work. That's why you need to make sure that at the end of the day, you just said it all. We make our children have that entitlement mentality because, like you said, they are abroad now. In their abroad, right? 18 years, or yeah, go to your house,
oh
go and
yeah,
start
go and
working.
start
Me,
working,
I
start
can even
earning little
remember.
by little.
I can even remember self when I even finished school. Of course, I grew up in Port Harcourt and I wanted to come to Lagos. I explained tire, evidence day.
You go
Until I
explain
bring
tire.
evidence and I told them that, oh, I've gotten a job. Oh, that was the only way. My dad was saying that, don't worry now. Shebi, are we asking you for money? Who is pressurizing you? But they don't want to know that.
I think that's another topic we should talk about. This thing of leaving your kids to stay in your house till they are 30, till they are 40.
That
Like
is
it's a thing in Nigeria. And it's
entitlement.
also when you even see like some young people trying to leave their home, people start looking at them in a certain way. Oh, the boy, na your boy. Oh, the girl, na shower. I make So anyway, that won't be another topic for another day. So okay, since we're
So
trying
yeah,
to
the stagnation, like yeah, like when you feel entitled to people's things, you feel like if I ask for this thing, they should give me now. If they don't give it to me, I'm not going to start small. I must make sure the money is complete before I start anything big. You have to start from somewhere,
yeah, yeah.
right? Another one is financial consequences. When you have that entitlement mentality, my dear, you can't save. I don't know if you've thought of it. You can't save in the sense that if you have this source where this money is coming from, you don't want to do anything. At the end of the day, if I call, maybe they'll give me the
Yeah,
money. What's
true,
there?
true.
I'll call my dad. Or you have one rich boyfriend. If I call him, or you have one husband. Another one again is the fact that it just makes you bitter. and you at the end of the day you see that you're creating enmity between yourself and your family members or your loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
because it's draining and exhausting,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't see a reason why you'd want me to be giving you something and you're not even worthy of it, or you've not even earned it, you don't want to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense, it's draining. And at some point, if you have that mentality, people will start running away from you, your family
True.
members and your loved ones. Once they go, this one, no.
Sorry to cut you short.
It's fine.
So this entitlement mentality of a thing, it's not just about money. You know that, right?
Oh yes.
Some people are like, since I'm the oga of this place, I deserve this respect. I deserve that. No, deserve respect is not what's the word? It's not, you don't
It's earned.
it's earned. Exactly.
That's now coming to workspace. I was even going to say that
Not
too.
just in workspace too, like, oh okay, because
I'm the
I'm,
elder
I'm the
sister.
eldest person in this house, but sometimes you're just someone that
Sorry for my.
you get, so it's not just about money. This entitlement of a thing, it covers a lot of other things.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think we are there, friends, family, to inconvenience each other. But because at some point you've helped me, I'll not be expecting that anytime I'm in need, I have to call you. If you don't give me, that's how I'll be ranting and whining. But you've forgotten the last time I was
Yeah,
the one that gave you this one. You don't have to remind people of all the good things you've done for
exactly.
them,
That means you're putting numbers on what you're doing for people. That
which
means it's
doesn't
not
even
from the
make
free
any
will of your heart.
sense.
Exactly. That means it's not from the free will of your, like, you didn't
Heart.
do it freely. You're doing it for returns,
That
like
is
an
the,
investment.
I swear that's the highest form of entitlement. People are grown, people have responsibility, especially those ones that even used to say my uncle. My dear, all those times you say, my uncle this, my uncle saves Tommy City, my uncle has money, my uncle is rich, he doesn't want to give. When you grow up and you see how the economy is hard, even the billionaires, they don't want to move 1 naira to now make themselves millionaires. You, if you have 1 million, that's how you be careful so you don't even become a thousandaire, if that makes any sense. So nobody is wicked, everybody have their responsibility. It's now up to you. I know the country is hard, but let's try as much as we can to be responsible and not always whining and saying that, oh, this person has money, he's my uncle, he cannot give me. And your uncle get a family, your uncle has his children, he has his own responsibility. If they even give you, be grateful enough to
Yeah.
say thank you.
Yeah.
Nobody owes you anything, including your parents. They
And
owe
your
you
friends
nothing.
too.
I say parents, now friends they go call. Friends, family, nobody owes you anything. Stand up, go out there, walk. You, if you give person something to, dog not go bite you. So yeah, I think it will help us conclude. But sorry, but at the end of the day, I just feel like at some point we subconsciously do some of these things, and we should just try as much as we can to be empathetic. When you have empathy, you will not be expecting so much from people as
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
right? So we should have empathy. We should do self-check at every point. Know when you're being pushy. When someone says no, know how to take no. You're not entitled to anything.
Exactly. No one owes you. Abi, what's the word?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about, just mention a few. Sometimes we might not even know that, okay, this person has that entitlement mentality of it. Because maybe they've been doing it to you all the time. So now say we cannot even. But these are just a few pointers to know that, okay, oh, this person, and so the person. So these are some signs, to know a
Entitled.
entitled person. So one of them is they are self-absorbed. That's the word, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Like they only care about
Okay.
themselves. Like it just has to be about it. They don't care about what is happening to you. They don't care if they ask you for something and you don't even have, all they're on is, oh, you have to get back to them or, answer them. So it's just about themselves. In fact, I would even say they are selfish people. Yes, they are not selfless, they are selfish people.
Very selfish.
And then another sign, okay, that you're dealing with someone with that mentality is they are argumentative. They are always arguing. Like you can't even, if maybe for example now, if they tell you, oh, I need to get this, and you're trying to tell them no, you don't, they'll always want to argue with you
You
because
cannot win. No.
yes, you can't win. They are very argumentative. They are always right.
That.
Every other person around them is wrong. They are the ones that are always
Right.
right. These people with this mentality, they feel like the world owes them. So they always feel like they deserve better than what they are getting when they've not even earned it. So that's one of them. They always feel like they deserve better than every other person around them. one of it is also they have an exaggerated sense of self-worth. Like I said, it's always about them. No other person is important, no other thing around them is important. It's always about them. So those are just a few, signs. So if you know anyone around you that has that kind of thing, my dear, if you can try and help them, help them. But one thing, a lot of them don't even know that this self-entitled mentality is actually a part of, from one thing I read, they said it's even like kind of a part of a narcissist
Yeah, it's
behavior.
actually a narcissist that behaves like that.
Yes, yes, yes. From these few things you've said, if you know that, if you feel like, we're talking to you, maybe you've noticed one or two of these things in you. Ah, guy, my sister.
Self-examine yourself.
Yes, just try and,
It's not a good thing at all.
yeah,
Don't get entitled to people's properties.
exactly. It's not
And,
your own.
and at the end of the day, it gives you low self-esteem. Did I even say that? Because by the time you're expecting, and they're not giving you, you now start feeling less
And
of
my dear,
yourself.
see finish go enter. They go see you
When
finish.
you call,
Imagine you call. When they see your call, they don't throw away
identity.
phone. So, my darlings, calm down. Anyway, we've come to the end of today's discussion. Hope we not give a lot of you bad like that, Sha. Just
And
any
we
more
and we
say.
hope you got things from what we just said. So thank you very much for tuning with us. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below.